Hello everyone, Zellerant here, and for today's video on Umamusume, we just got the March release schedule just dropped here, just about not too long ago, about 20 minutes. We're just kind of reviewing it here real quick on stream, and a lot of good things that we are seeing in here. So we'll just kind of go down the list and talk about everything kind of going on in the month of March. We know the big thing is going to be the new scenario Trackblazer, but there are some things that we were kind of expecting. And now they have been verified. And let's just go ahead and get right into it. So the first thing is on March 2nd, which is coming here very quickly. We're going to have the first anniversary celebration part 1 starting. And so that's just going to be our first taste of it. And so we go here to the missions part 1 down here. As you can see, this one's like kind of the worst of all of them. It just has some carrots and some missions in here. Now, we will be getting some free single pulls on this one, I believe, on the current banners. I believe someone in chat had mentioned one of them. But none of the crazy stuff is actually going to be coming with this one. But we'll be getting some free singles. And then we also have verification of the registration now. They did already mention this time frame for March 2nd, starting for Aquarius Cup. But we knew that date. The thing we did not know, and we originally were expecting based on what happened with Unity Cup, is that Trackblazer / Make a New Track was going to overlap and be able to build Make a New Track Umas for Aquarius Cup. But it looks like they learned their lesson. So when they said mid-March, they were true to their word that it is mid-March. And the new scenario will literally be ending right at the end of Aquarius Cup. So we're going to have our finals on March 12th. And then at the exact same time, so you're going to be able to watch your finals. As right after you watch your finals, we can then get right into Make a New Track and start working on building your Umas. So there will be no overlap. You will not have to worry about running into or trying to rapidly rebuild a new Uma for Aquarius. So if you're one of those people that built kind of crappy ones just to get to the finals and expecting to rebuild and make a new track, that is not going to be available. So you have like 4 days still, because we still have the delay during the registration period. But go ahead and make as strong of aces as you can, because you're not going to be able to rework them. So that's pretty good there. And of course, we already talked about the Admire Vega banner here. We also have the Fine Motion Kawakami Princess. I will be making my video on that one tomorrow, or I'll be releasing it tomorrow for that. And then right after that, on March 12th, so basically the true big starting of the first anniversary with the launch of the new scenario part 2. And so this is the one where we are going to get the free support card. And that's going to be the Satono Diamond Wit card here. Now, yes, it's a free support card. 25% friendship bonus, 5% race bonus, skill point, wit bonus, initial wit. Like, it's an okay card stat stick, but the big negative is that its unique is useless. It's a rainbow deck card. You want 4 different types of cards, and you'll get training effectiveness out of it. Like, there's very few situations where I believe you're going to really run into us, because your strongest decks are not going to have 4. I think like the most you're going to see is 3. So you kind of lose out on that. And it's got your typical Satono Diamond stuff in here. I will say it does come with your late surge or heal. Now, it's a late surger when you're towards the back, approaching mid-race, so it's an early race heal. But it is a late surger heal nonetheless. But overall, not very good. Not going to be able to replace like a nice nature, fine motion in that sense. Stat stick-wise. I mean, if it's the only option you have for a wit card, I guess it can be pretty decent if you're brand new free-to-play. So we have that, and then that is going to be coming alongside the new scenario. I'll be doing an extensive video on the NTR banner, and then we have Kita-san Black, Mambo. And part of the Anniversary 2, Part 2, is where we're going to get our... Now, it was originally, I believe, 60 pulls on the Kita-san Black, 60 on NTR. There's this talk of us getting 100 pulls on the NTR banner and none on Kita-san Black, like they do in Japan. I've not seen anything that has verified that, so I'm fully expecting them to have it split. We've already seen that happen on the Fuku banner. We had the Tamamo Cross. and then right after it, it went into the Fuku support card. So I fully expect they're going to do the same thing here. It's just going to be 60 on Kita-san Black, 60 NTR. Oh yeah, and as someone's mentioning, we'll have our first. Is it our first? I don't even know if it's our first. Our first new 2-star, or is she a 1-star? Let's see. I believe, but yeah, Satona or Mambo will be dropping. And actually, if let's just go to the gotcha for it. See it. And so you have her right here, and she is a 2-star. So she'll be dropping alongside that. So you should, with your free polls, most likely, I'm not saying guaranteed, but you should most likely will get her, which it'll be a new Uma that you can try out. And if you do not get Kita-san Black, I highly suggest this is going to be a banner I'm going to say that most people should pull on, because she's a very good long front runner inherit. And since you're already getting free pulls on it, you're effectively getting a discount to go all the way to pity. So this is like the best, one of those kind of banners, the best one to pull on, because she's very good and you're having the discounts. This is a little bit different than Tamamo Cross, where she's good, but she didn't have, like, she's not a really good inherit or anything, and not a must-have in that sense. But for long front runners, she's a big inherit, so I would advise most to pull there. NTR banner, like I already mentioned. Then we have this story event coming as well. Flying Run-Up is looking like it's going to be the name of it. So yeah, all this coming, like March 12th is big. I mean, that's the new scenario. You just got to remember, Unity Cup blew up a lot. We're going to see the same thing with Make a New Track. The funny thing is, it drops March 12th, and then we have, we'll kind of skip over things a little bit here, the Pisces Cup, which will be our first Make a New Track champions meeting, starting 2 weeks later, 14 days, or effectively, I mean, if you subtract off the registration period, a little over 2 weeks, we'll actually be starting Pisces Cup. So, and this is going to be also another 3,200 long, and it's also going to be heavy in rain. And so it's going to be a very tough one to build for. If you remember Gemini Cup, luckily Make a New Track will make the stamina requirements a lot easier, but it's definitely still going to be a pretty difficult champions meeting, especially as you're needing to learn the new scenario. Even though I kind of know all the mechanics, I've been testing it out in JP, you're going to have to rebuild that muscle memory, since, man, when you're trying to do these runs quickly, you make mistakes very easily in Make a New Track, because you got to have a lot of thought process you have to do with the buying stuff in the shop and all that. So that's definitely going to be a tough one, because you're going to have very limited time to not only learn it, potentially need to make new parents, and then building your aces for that. And then, okay, so then we have the next banner that'll also come. This is going to have the Uma Satono Diamond. And then I believe this is Marvelous Sunday Power. That'll be coming there. And let me actually switch this. I believe it's Marvelous Sunday Power. It's an easy to skip banner. I can just say that. It's easy skip. The banners I can't really remember because they're easy. Oh, no, it's Guts. Marvelous Sunday Gut. But definitely skip, in my opinion, on that one. And we'll talk about it when it's getting ready to come up. Then we have part 3. This is going to be the one that a lot of people are waiting for, March 23rd. And that is because, so part 3 right here is where we get the mission to get the Selector ticket, where you can select a support card of your choice. Now remember, there's also going to be another paid one for both an Uma as well as a support card. So this is the point where now you'll have all of your options open. One of the things with these selectors is make sure you've done all your free polls and all that. I don't know if, kind of the time frame on it. Just make sure, how long does this banner last? 23rd. You might already be done with all your free polls by that point. And if you are, then you can use the selector. If not, just make sure you're done with the polls, because you never want to use your selector to MLB a card and then get that card on one of your free 10 polls. So if you just hold on to it an extra day or two, or however long it takes to finish them up, go ahead and do that. Yeah, that. Then new legend races: Narita Bryan, Narita Taishin, and Agnes Tachyon. And then we have the part 4. And now this was one that I couldn't remember exactly what it was, because it's not on here, because it doesn't have these missions attached with it. But someone in chat had mentioned that Moman kind of covered it in his spreadsheet here. We're not going to watch the video or anything. Just kind of look at the images he had here. So we of course have the rerun of Curran Chan and I'm getting this card name. It's got the heal. It's a speed card. Man, I am just getting bad at name. It's the Zeno Rob Roy. That's the name. Zeno Rob Roy rerun. And we have the pulls there. But the big thing is we're going to have our first, not PAL card, but it's similar to one, group card. And this is Team Cyrus that we'll be getting for that. So, and this one, from what I've heard, I've not looked into the details too much on it because I don't plan on really using it, but a decent free-to-play option for making you track. I've seen it in some of the runs that people have done in videos I've watched using this card. We'll go more into details on that when we get closer to it coming out. So we'll have that. We'll have another ticket that we can get here. This is going to be the now this is our evolved ticket. I don't even know what you want to call it, but now the ticket's not going to be like the debut one that had just the debut Umas. If you remember, we've gotten the tickets with random debut support cards and random debut Umas. Well, a lot of people, myself included, are pretty much have everything on the Uma side. You may not, but very easy to get dupes of the ones that you already have. And on the support card side, I mean, a lot of the entry-level ones, other than like Super Creek and Fine Motion, you don't really need either. This is going to include a larger selection. Now, it's another random, but it's at least got more stuff in it. And then the last piece he mentions is this is when we're going to finally see the dropping of the daily legend races. We already know we have the legend races like we have going on right now, where you're getting a bunch of stars racing against the Umas. So this is now daily. Now he has a little thing here. Someone had sent me a link. Let me see if I can find it. I think I had opened it already. Oh yeah, here it is. So with the daily legend races, basically Umas get added to them over time, and you can basically grind for them. And so when you do a daily legend race, you will get 1 star. And so you need 150 to unlock the Uma. So if you have not done the original legend race when it came out, it's going to take basically 150 days of grinding it, and then you can just outright unlock the Uma for 150 stars. Now, if you did the legend race when it dropped, it gives approximately 80 stars there. And so then it takes just over 2 months to get that Uma. And so we'll have basically all the debut Umas plus TM Opera O on this one. Actually, Maru Zensky's not on this one. Ooh. Well, that kind of sucks for those that don't have her. But you have all those. I mean, this will be your chance. If you don't have Taiki Shuttle, who's I know a very good inherit, you can get her. Or if you're missing any of the other ones, you can pick them up by grinding them over time here. And then you can see every basically half anniversary, they just slowly add more to them. So as you're missing Umas, you can just kind of pick them up. Seiyun Sky being on the 1.5, like I said. If you don't have her, this is going to be your opportunity to grind her out to make sure you have her. Then you have other good ones like Fuji Kiseki is a good one to grind for. Has a very good inherit, 3As. So just kind of keep track of this. This is a Reddit post. Maybe I can put this in the description for anyone who wants to take a look at what's coming out. Now, some of them that will fall off, like you have Smart Falcon down here, which I was like, oh, I can grind out Smart Falcon. By the 3.0 anniversary, it's not really going to be all that good. So some of the ones you may want, they're going to kind of fall off by the time they get added to this banner. But it will be something you can do to grind out your Uma. And if you don't need any of them, you can just grind out getting 4 stars or even 5 stars, potentially, depending on your needs. And so we have that, daily legend races coming. And then the last banner is going to be Major O'Bright, which is attached to that Curran Chan and Zeno Rob Roy rerun. And then, yeah, Pisces Cup at the end of March. So it's actually feels like, I mean, it is only 2 weeks away from the end of this one. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be a tough one. I've already kind of been planning out my parents for Pisces Cup a little bit. And yeah, just looking at what is needed with, and we're going back to spring. It's no longer going to be winter. You're going to be going for spring runner again. But man, dealing with that rainy heavy on a 3200 is not going to be easy. And this is going to be our only chance, or your only chance to do the Hanshin 3200. This is kind of the replacement for the Kyoto 3200 because in the real life scenario, they went to Hanshin over Kyoto. So if you want to be one of those people that says, I've won on this unique track, this is going to be your one opportunity to do it because we'll be just doing Kyoto, I believe, on all the future 3200. So, but yeah, that is pretty much it. That's everything that is coming. I'm quite excited for Make a New Track. I've been starting to ramp up my grind of just kind of finishing up my loops with Unity Cup, and can just move right into building grandparents and parents and Make a New Track when it drops, and then hopefully get some aces ready for Pisces Cup as quickly as I can. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much it. And if you like my content, if you could like, comment, and subscribe, it really helps. And thanks for watching.